All right. Welcome to the show, guys. We had a bit of a drama. Had a really big drama. For some odd reason, the what do you call this? YouTube didn't really stream it out. That was so weird, and it was actually broken. So I had to literally open another page just to sort this out. So that was really weird. I have no idea. Never seen anything like it. I mean, look, there's nothing there, right? So I literally had to open a fresh page in order to basically start a fresh stream, and this one seems to be working. So let's see how this one goes. So yeah, that was pretty insane. So let's jump into this and see exactly what's going on. So fresh stream, obviously we're going to double check everything and move on from here. So yeah, YouTube is broken, but luckily I can see this one is working. So let's go again, and I'm sorry about the previous one. This is the kind of technical issues you can sometimes have. Not sure why, don't ask me. Okay, so let's get back into this, right? So market, obviously I've written on the title, I said, look, we buy the dip. Why? Because end of the day, last few days or few weeks, in fact, I've been mentioning how the cryptocurrency, the market itself, it doesn't look like what it seems. Right? So looks can be deceiving. While everybody's thinking, yes, we're going back up again, I've been telling you guys no, because it doesn't look right. There's a few key points on the structure we need to make sure that we hold in order for us to be still positive. So far we're not positive, but it's not end of the game. It doesn't mean bearish at all. It doesn't mean anything at all. What it means is we have to be positioned properly, accurately, in order for us to basically make the most of these kind of dips. Also, now the chat's not working, so let me see if I can refresh the chat. This is honestly, YouTube is gonna drive me insane. So I can't see the chat. Funnily, I do see a whole bunch of likes. I don't see a chat. Anyway, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, tell YouTube. All right, tell YouTube to stop doing this by hitting that like button, smashing those likes, hit that notification, hit that all, and of course we can talk outside the community whenever we go to Discord and this and that as well. So you can join Discord as well, it's completely for free. Mustafa here, also my brother, thank you very much for joining the show. Right, so without any delay, I'm going to rush through this now. This is, and by the way, I was having some technicals just before I launched the first stream, and obviously that was in effect. Now we're back. So anyway, let's go and do what I was doing before. So I was looking at fear and greed. I actually refreshed it already, sadly, so you can see this. So I did refresh it. We had 34 yesterday, 32 today. Market's good. When we look at this on the red, it's an opportunity to buy the dip. Whenever we have dips around these zones here, no, you don't buy the dip around here. I mean, of course, you want to hold for 5 years, that's a different story, but these are the opportunity levels. The bloodiest the market, the better your opportunities. That's it, costing here. Awesome. Yo, YouTube, stop doing this. No, you don't tell YouTube this way. You hit that like button, you share with friends and family. That's how you tell YouTube that they need to stop doing this. So let's go back into the Coin360. Now on Coin360, you can see basically who the top 200 coins are, and of course the market's looking hot. I don't see much of an issue here. Everything looks awesome. Okay, looking at this, you know, a few percentage up here and there. Obviously, when we look at the total, we do see some coins that performed recently are doing bad, and BTC is not doing anything. BTC is not doing anything. It did go down all the way down to 55 something. We are going to check that and you'll understand what that means, right? When you're looking at this market, you can see the market is bloody. There is no argument. This market is bloody. Question is, where is the money? And that's what we need to figure out. Where is the money? Also, I was looking at this as well to see how many Bitcoins have left. In the last 30 days, we can see 19,000. How many re-entered? We saw 10,000 come back in. And in the last 1 day, we saw 5,600 come back into the exchange. Whereas in yesterday, we had 5,000 out. I see him here. Also, my brother, nice to see you. So that's the situation we've got. Obviously, when we're looking at open interest and leverage and whatnot, there's a lot going on here. I mean, it's just pathetic. I mean, it's just disgusting. When you're looking at these, it is absolutely disgusting. Here you can see, for example, how the BTC are coming back in. You can see, look, massive sharp spike, BTC coming back in. Of course, that is not good news. We see Ethereum so and so, so and so. I wouldn't really call that coming too much back in. It's just so and go sideways, you know, nothing too much there. Super awesome. When we're looking at open interest, we can see that open interest is a bit high. We need to burn this out. And of course, many TA guys are actually talking about this as well. They're saying, look, guys, the open interest is ridiculous. BTC price here, open interest up there. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. I mean, never we have seen anything like this, right? When we're looking at this exchange estimated leverage, we can see the leverage are still pumping. Still over leveraged. This is way too high, and this is all getting ready for some sort of a little bit of a danger, actually a shake-up, I would say. It's not going to affect us, I'll be honest with you. It is not going to affect us. And by the way, those of you who actually got this yesterday, well done to you, because we did kind of, I think we hit the target. I think it was 18 or something we hit. Let's have a look, refresh this, and what did we do? We had a high of 21. So the target was met, and of course, every target, once you meet that, you come back and you do a correction. Now, we're going to go to the coin market cap. We're going to see 15,129 new coins. Most of the big boys, as you can see, looking all bloody, right? But some of them are holding. So again, nothing much to worry about there. I think what we need to understand is what the structure is. Because that's what the key is, right? It's like you can look at the market and say, okay, market's bloody. You can look at all of these fools here, excuse me, but that's the truth, right? These are absolute idiots. 84,926 of them, complete idiots, who are getting wrecked. You know, some are getting wrecked on shorts. You can see the percentage of shorts that got wrecked. You can see the percentage of longs that got wrecked. It's just ridiculous when you look at all of this. Seriously, what is this, monopoly money? You know what I mean? So it's one of those kind of things. You just got to look at them and you just literally got to call them out for what they are, and they're a bunch of idiots. It's simple as that, right? We can see even the premium for BTC has started to shoot up again, right? You know, like go down. So now it's 16, where it was 14 a few days ago. Amy says, boss, trade like a boss, Hugo boss. Of course. By the way, this is just my pajamas, man. You know what I do? So with me, I've got this habit, whatever I find in the cupboard, I literally open up whatever's in front of me. I just wear it. I don't care. That's just pretty much what I do. So that's that. But let's go into the charts and have a look at the market for what the market is. Why am I on this one for? Interesting. So that means I've closed one of my charts. Yes, and I'm not a happy dude because of that. Right, let me get my other chart, guys. Give me a second. This is the wrong chart. Sorry, guys. This is the wrong chart. I need this chart. Here we are. This is my chart, right? So this chart is a better chart for us to see, right? So of course, what I'm trying to say to you guys is there are a few key points here that we need to get above or get down below, you know, a few other bits and bobs. One of those is, look, this key level here, this key zone here between this, we can call it 59,800, right? Just call it 60,000 to 61,000. This $1,000 range is a key level for us to re-enter into this box. So this greenish box, whatever you see here, that's where we're supposed to enter. And we had a sharp turn yesterday. Of course, there was a massive attempt, but we failed. And now we have this, we can call it a higher low compared to this, but actually it's a lower low compared to this. So we created a new lower low. And we came all the way down back into this box here, you know, this area here. And that's not a good thing. Of course, we don't mind because we're still up, but this is too close. That yo-yo market thing is too close. We're playing to this line in, you know, on this trend line, and that doesn't look healthy to me. Do you know what I mean? That does not look too healthy to me. Also, when you start looking at the daily stochastic RSI and RSI, yes, this was the perfect opportunity to buy. Perfect opportunity to buy. But we are flipping down. You know, it seems to be bearish. I have no idea why they want to do this. As you can see, this particular area here where we have this, I'll show you what I mean. So we've got this zone here. It seems like this zone is one that the whales or the bears are controlling. So bears are in control. I mean, this is the perfect entry for anybody who wants to buy Bitcoin and fly to the moon. This is it. But this line seems to become a resistance. We can see this trend is still intact. So this bearish divergence is still intact for us. You know, this bearish divergence is still intact for us. We need to invalidate this on the RSI, not the stochastic RSI, the RSI. Remember, the RSI is human sentiment. The stochastic RSI is trader sentiment. So we can see the trader sentiment is bullish, or right now it's not that bullish anymore. But we can see the RSI is not bullish. So the entry was perfect, but right now it hasn't been able to beat that resistance. So we know very well that we should keep a sharp eye on this, right? As soon as we can flip over this line, break above this trend line here, we should see some massive moves coming in. And remember, when these moves come in, I mean, this is just a daily thing. This is just 1 or 2 days, right? A few days here, you can see a few days. When these things come, we can see days and days above there. Days and days above there. So what I'm looking for is a pattern similar to this, right, where we start finally moving back up and staying there for as long as we can. That's what I'm looking for. Of course, I'm going to be looking at higher time frames. You know, when I'm looking at my weekly, I can see I'm coming down. That means I'm coming in for a trader reset. So the trader sentiment is coming in for a reset. Absolutely fine by me. I'm happy with that. When I'm looking at 2 weeks, I can also see the same thing. We're coming in for a reset. That's fine. Yes, it's bearish. This is bearish sentiment, right? When I'm looking at monthly, I can see we're still leading. So we're still quite bullish on the monthly, right? And things haven't changed for us. We still got a long ways to go, but it's good enough. You know what I mean? So when we are looking at this, we can see this is pretty good enough. Here's a 5-day chart. We can see that we're bounced on this line. We're moving back up again, and this is coming in for that reset, because that's what we need. We need this reset in order for us to get moves like this. Can you see? We need this to come down, eventually make moves like this, and this is what's going to basically give us that bullish sentiment that we are looking for. So we're going to observe this. We're going to observe this. We're going to observe this on higher time frames, weekly, daily, monthly. You know, for God's sake, if I have to do 3 monthly, I will do 3 monthly. I'm not even joking. I will track this on 3 months if I have to. And so far, all I'm seeing is we are bullish. We are bullish. So I'm going to leave that there. Also, let me just check the chats, guys, because I have no idea what's going on. I see I've got 8 likes, but I have no idea if the chat is working. Just so annoying. All right, so last chat was hit me. That's fine. So that's what we got. Like, so when we look at these higher time frames, we can see where we are right now. I'm going to be tracking them. Of course, the daily sentiments are looking kind of rubbish. In fact, everything is screaming bearish, right? But the best part is also you've had CNN, the Financial Times, the New York Times, loads of articles and newspapers also calling out bearish. All this means is we should be bullish. We should be buying the dip. Remember what I said the other day? I said, if when the major news corporations, so I said this about 3-4 days ago, I said when the news corporations start screaming about it and saying that, you know, the international news say, oh, Bitcoin market crashed, that's the entry. Yes, it's going to dump down a little bit, but that's the entry. So that's what I'm seeing here, and obviously no financial advice, but that's what I'm seeing right now. So of course, I'm still playing my strategy of making more money on shitcoins, as many as possible, and then eventually taking most of that profit and accumulating as much more BTC as I can. And I'm not talking just BTC, I'm talking about BTC, Ethereum, Solana, right? Cardano, I won't fill up my bags anymore because I have a massive stash, so I'm not bothered about Cardano. But DOT, yes, I definitely want some DOT because all the DOT I owned is locked. You won't believe this. I actually have 0 liquid DOT. I don't have any DOT right now. So, because it's all locked. It's locked for 2 years. So I need to get myself more DOT. I need to get myself more BTC. I need to get myself more Solana. I need to get myself more eGold. A few other bits and bobs out there. I need to get more. And if this is the opportunity that's given to me, I'm going to take that. I'm only telling you what I'm going to do, nothing else. This is not a financial advice. When you're looking at the total market cap, we're seeing this wave of funds, like this 80, 90, almost close to $100 billion moving, shifting up and down, up and down. And that's what's telling me that it must be a group of people doing this. So yes, conspiracy alert, right? But it must be, because when you look at all of this, when you look at these volumes and everything, and you start seeing how pathetic the volume is, you know, for these two top cryptocurrencies, it's ridiculous. Absolutely. I mean, if you just look at this, this is half of BTC, but this comparatively has 2/3 of the volume of BTC, you know, and the same for other coins as well. When you start looking at the volume compared to what the market cap is, it just doesn't make any sense, apart from the ones that are pumping. Obviously, that's a different story, you know. So but yeah, it's just one of those kind of thing. When you start looking at it, you can see that the attention has shifted to something else right now. You know, it's one after the other. We saw a massive pump on Polygon yesterday, for example. Polygon stops. We see a massive pump today on Uniswap. What will happen next? They'll take it out, put it into something else. And I think it's the same group of people doing this, because most of the market is bloody and they're very selective. They pick the one no one's looking at. That's what I'm saying. They pick the one nobody's looking at. While everybody else is bullish on something, they go and pick something that's not there, no one's looked at, and they pump that. Of course, we've had some lovely pumps on other great coins as well. We've had some fresh coins that launched and pumped. Awesome. You know, that's where you make money. So right now, I'm just focused more on making as much more money as possible, as much more alt cryptocurrency, especially the exchange currencies, as much as possible, because I think there's a good future in me holding them, regardless what price they are. It doesn't matter, even if they're $1 today and they go to a penny, the exchange coins will always survive. And that's why I've got a good bet on all of the exchange coins, so I can participate in all of these giveaways and all of these, you know, IDOs and all sorts of other stuff, right? You know, the IEOs, the initial exchange offerings as well. You know, so kind of like an ICO, this pre-sales. And we've seen the differences. We're doing like 300-400% a day on most of them, and they rotate, so it's not the same ones every time. Actually, you can find nice little bargains everywhere, but there are rules you got to follow. As long as you follow those rules, that's where you can continuously make some money. So it's actually better than trading at some point, you know. But of course, you need to put a huge outlay in order for you to basically get the most out of it. So it's not something you're going to go and play with $100, $200, $500, or $1,000. Trust me, even $5,000 is not enough. Trust me, if you want to play this game, you're going to need at least minimum $10,000. You know, and bigger the budget, better your daily income would be, if that makes any sense, right? So that is something to look out for. Keep an eye on this kind of stuff. Obviously, super awesome. Ethereum doing okay. We had this nice little pump come back. That's absolutely fine. Yes, it kind of came back to this trend line. You can see this here, right? Not even a trend. This is the resistance we had here, and it's holding support here. Let's see if it can. If it can, then I think it can shoot for that $5,500-$6,000 levels and probably create a brand new all-time high. So I'm going to observe this one. ETH to BTC, of course, the pumps are still on, but it doesn't make any difference for me, because I still want to see these, you know, I want to see us go higher, this 1618 level, and then obviously potentially go back to this 15, 16, 17 level, and give us more, less Ethereum for more BTC. That would be really awesome to see. Awesome. What's the time? Wow, time flies. Let's have a look at this. BNB holding trend, so no complaints here. Of course, it went up, pumped up, holding trend, guys. This doesn't seem anything. It doesn't scream that, okay, we're going to come down, we're going to crash. This is not indicating the market wants to crash yet. Okay, so far this is also very good. When we're looking at DOT, holding trend, in fact, it's bouncing on the trend line. I mean, if you just look at this, It's okay, I'm not complaining. Again, the channel is intact. That means that there could be a breakout very soon. You can see how, hold on, you can see if you look at this, how abruptly it decided to turn right at this middle point. So it was in a perfect zone, perfect entry zone. But of course, the market reaction with the stock markets and all these COVID nonsense, all of this stuff is messing up. I see Silent Sweep here. Finally, he changed his name to match his Discord. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Sol doing awesome. Sol, no complaints here. Broke out, held support, bouncing on the trend. Absolutely fine. In fact, I can take this off right now. I don't even need this because we're back on top of the trend line. You can see how we came back on top of the trend line. Absolutely fine here. Super, super awesome. Cardano, now we talked about Cardano yesterday and we said, look, from what we can see and how we saw this was a major support zone. So from a major support zone, if it did a breakout and it pumped up, it's all good. Now we have to make sure that it holds this area. It doesn't fall back again and it starts creating these daily higher highs, because the daily close is very important, and we continue moving forward. Of course, with Cardano, we have noticed there are some news coming out regarding the development that's going on, regarding some decentralized exchanges, regarding, there was an article from SundaySwap and a few other companies out there. So what we can see is there's some great news coming out, and I did mention this to you guys as well. I said Cardano might end up surprising everyone with how it actually, surprise everyone with some new information or some new news, because that's what hasn't been happening. Cardano just went stagnant, just died all of a sudden, and then we had so many FUD around it. But I believe Cardano now is coming out with some great stuff, great news, and those news will be explosive. So this month should be a good month for Cardano. Should be a very good month for Cardano and Solana. So I'm going to keep a close eye on them. Again, as I said to you guys before as well, I've been transparent with this. I have a massive bag of Cardano. So I'm not fussed whether Cardano stays here or Cardano goes to the moon. It doesn't matter. And I believe yesterday somebody asked me if Cardano is going to go to $6. No, I don't think so. Please don't smoke the hopium on Cardano going to $6. It's very simple. What you have to understand is how many Cardano there is, and then just multiply that. So if we take a calculator, and I'll do this for you right now, we take a calculator and we say 4 or 5 billion. So we've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. That gives us a billion. Times that by 6. That gives us a $270 billion market cap. Now, a $270 billion market cap takes us to third position. Here, third position, just below Ethereum. That's a big ask. Right now, that is a big ask. Because you do have those other coins out there who are doing better and performing better and actually have working products. So you do have to understand this, that yes, $6, okay, fine, no problem. 270 is not impossible. But that means it's got to take down this and Solana together. So let's see, let's see, but I think it's going to be a little bit of a hopium juice. We have expected $4. I think $4 is more logical, even $100 billion market cap from where we are right now. So if we double this, absolutely possible. I think that would be a reasonable amount for us to go to. So keep an eye on it. But look, Cardano has a long ways to go from where we are right now. Just if I take this measurement and put it back to the top of the channel, you can see Cardano has to do an 81% pump for it to get anywhere. So just keep a close eye on it, but don't fall into the hype juice. So don't drink the hype juice, but just be careful. Of course, when I'm looking at other coins, for example, eGold, we had a massive pump yesterday and then a massive dump, right? We had a pump and then a dump, and the dump is bigger. It fell back into the channel. Let's see what it does, if it can hold this, because if it starts falling any further, then we've got a problem. You know what I mean? Because we don't really want to invalidate this run up. So far, we're still okay. I'm not complaining. The trend is still secure because this was our trend line, you can see, and we're still holding that trend. But we don't want to fall below this. So let's see what happens. Again, a lot of profit taking happening, a lot of selling, buying and selling happening. Let's see how that works. Let's KCS, I mean, of course, you're going to see a dump when we hit these targets. So you can see we're very close to the target of $30 that I had back in the days. Went to $28.77. Pump and dumps, but it could easily come back with a lot of interest in a lot of guys who are buying these initial exchange offerings. So that's where these coins get their value. So keep an eye on those. Should be pretty awesome to see. Gala coming back in to do those kind of pattern I talk about. So if you look carefully, I'll show you two patterns here. One pattern is this here, right? This pattern here, you can see this is coming down, which is fine, but we also have this here, which is saying it was overbought. It's coming down for a kind of a correction. So you can see this correction is coming, and the stochastic RSI is suggesting that traders are taking a rest from this and they're resetting this. So we could easily see this flip back up, but of course we are going to see this come down for a few more days. So nothing too extreme for Gala right now. If you're hodling, just hodl. I'm super bullish on BitDAO, so I always like to buy a whole lot more. He says mana, there's nothing much to see on mana, bro. Right, any game coins right now, you just basically buy and just hold, bro. That's what you do, because it's the same pattern on mana as well. If you look carefully, right, we've got the exact same pattern forming everywhere. So again, it doesn't matter, just hodl, just chill, because you can see these metaverse games, the interest is still there. Once most of the what would you call this? Most of the big, the layer ones, the layer twos, even some technical layer threes, and all the other scam coins, and all the money is filtered, people are going to come back to the big boys. Mana, Engine, Affinity not yet, by the way, it's coming soon. I'm telling you, Affinity is going to be big. So you've got Mana, you've got Sandbox, you've got Engine, you've got Nakamoto games, you've got Gala games, you've got Fox, bloody hell, the list is so long. It's just unbelievable, because this is the thing about this market. Once someone comes out with one unique idea, you get a whole bunch of people just coming in going mad, right? They just ape in and they just basically flood the market with so many copycat projects. I bet half of them don't even work. Half of them probably won't even work. They're probably just scams. But of course, we observe them and we see what happens. But this is mana. Look, beautiful structure, beautiful everything. I mean, if we are looking at trend, then this longer time trend here is absolutely intact. So, I mean, based on this, you can see this thing can carry on for some time. Is there any coins like Victoria that are in ICO that you can buy early? Albin, look, go to this website called icodrops.com, and all the latest ICOs, my brother, are here. Anything that's ended is here. Look, ended today. Can you see? Ended 2 December. Anything that's upcoming is here. And anything that's active is also here as well. So please go there, have a look, and you can actually find the information on how you can buy them cheap or how you can participate in them, and then move forward. So there are risky ways to do it and there are non-risky ways to do it. The most easiest way to do it without taking risk is usually participating in the initial exchange offering, IEO. If you do enter a IDO, which is an initial DEX offering, which is also okay, it's not much of an issue. Go ahead. You got to do it through your wallet, MetaMask or something like this, which is fine. So IDO, IEO, those are easy. Those are pretty safe. I mean, I would say almost 99.9% safe, because nothing is 100% right. So they are safe, but beware of scam projects that could be listed here as well. Remember, scam projects could also be listed here as well. And if they say to you to go to PancakeSwap or SushiSwap or something like this, just be careful. That's all I'm going to say. So just be very, very careful with PancakeSwap and SushiSwap and whatnot like this. Okay, so this is it, icodrops.com. Go there and double check what coins are there. But yeah, I mean, this is what's going on. So of course, as I said, like if you're looking at coins, which coin's doing what. We did look at, for example, mana, sand. I've actually also mentioned sand is basically one of my top guns at this present moment. Of course, I have some mana, I have some engine, I have a lot of affinity, and I'm actually supporting affinity on their Polkadot parachain event. And yeah, let's see where it goes. But I do have a feeling sand is going to do really, really well. And Victoria VR, oof, I mean, the quality, did you see the graphics? Wow. This is like on another level. So let's see what it does. That would be very, very awesome to see. But again, market is oversaturated. We've got 1,000 different virtual reality games. We've got 1,000 different type of people who are going to play these games. But there's only going to be one that's going to be crowned the king. And that's the one we got to look for. That's the one we got to look for. So, like, for example, Roblox, in the normal gaming, they're like the king of thing. And Sand is trying to be Roblox. You've got Decentraland, which is pretty much similar to, what's that game called? Come on, it's gone out of my head. It's a famous game, basically kids love to play. So that's what they did. So each one has their own pros and cons, but ultimately, we can see a lot of retail coming into this stuff, and the interest is going to come on. But you're only going to get that 1 or 2 games that are going to be number 1, number 2. The others will still be there, but depends on how many player base you got, and how much development has gone in and how big the communities are. So community, people power, trust me. Where the people are, that's where I'm going. Where the money is, that's where I'm going to go. I'm not fussed about what the qualities are, how good the games are, or anything like that. I personally don't care. All I care about is where the, where I can find my, the best, the people power and everything else, the monetary value. I need to know about the monetary value. Where's the money stuck? Thanks. Any projects here that are on there that you are interested? Bro, I haven't had a look today. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I haven't had a look today. I don't really go scouring as much. The thing is look, I know you guys are excited. I know you guys are in crypto right now. You guys are like, oh yes, this market is awesome. Yeah, we're gonna make a lot of money, and you probably are making a lot of money. But guys, I don't think about today. I don't think about this week, this month, or how much money I'm gonna make. Of course, when I'm making a little bit of change here and there, I've already plugged my. So how would I say this? So let me just say it this way. When I opened my Gate.io, my KuCoin, my MECX exchange, my Bybit exchange, my Binance exchange, right, my Huobi, and many, many more. Trust me, I've got like bloody 100 exchanges. I already buy a stash of their coins. So I buy like $1,000 worth of their coins, and I just sit on that coins, right? And whenever these opportunities come, I buy, I dump, and I buy even more coins. So my holding in the exchange, like, when I'm doing, when I'm holding some coins in the exchange, is the exchange token. I'm not holding other crap unless I want to hold on to something. That's a different story, right? But mostly it's just USDT and more exchange coins, because I'm increasing those exchange coins. The exchange coins get more utility, the price pumps even more, I get more valuation, I get more token allocations, and the more time goes, I'm growing bigger and bigger. My portfolio goes bigger. So, but that's just to increase that portfolio to make some more money, nothing else, right? But when it comes to the bigger picture, I'm observing the market for what it is. If today it crashes, bro, your ICO drops or any other bullshit out there, excuse my language, wouldn't help us. Because my largest portfolio is in this, in BTC. My largest portfolio, second largest portfolio, is in Ethereum. If these things crash and I haven't taken my cash out quick enough, I don't have any money to buy the dips. Does that make sense to you? So this is why I don't get too excited at these times of the market. And I've mentioned this before as well. I said, guys, whenever we hit the high, I'm scared. When I see an all-time high, I'm afraid. I'm afraid, because I don't know when to exit. Am I going to take enough to get back outside and buy the bottom? That's what I'm afraid of. Am I going to fall into the hype? Am I going to fall into the hopium? If you know, for example, the market's playing here and I'm still holding, I'm like, actually, no, it's okay. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. Guess what, guys? It's going to come back. Yes, you know what? Yes, might be a little dip, but it's going to come back. No, that's hopium. I don't want to hope. I want to know you're either going to go down or you're going to go up. If you're going to go up, get back to the all-time high, move up, and let me be afraid again. So all of this is confidence, but the new all-time high would be, again, I don't know what's going to happen. Is it going to dip down again? So that's, I'd rather be scared over there than be here. Here, if this market's going to collapse, I want to exit and I want to be prepared to buy the dip. Does that make sense? Because if this thing collapses below this now, so we've got this particular area as our neckline. If this thing collapses below this neckline, I want to buy the dip. I want to buy the dip because the dip is coming all the way down to $40,000. And if it comes to $40,000, there's nothing stopping it from going all the way down to $29,000, $28,000. I want to be prepared for that. So if say, for example, you got 100K here, this is worth 100K here. Well, if it comes down here, your 100K buys you double the amount that you originally had. That's what I want to do. So not interested in little ICO drops here and there, bro. I'll be honest with you. I'm just being transparent. Not interested. I've mentioned this so many times. I'm not interested in buying 100 different coins now. I did that here. I bought 100 different coins here. I bought 100 different coins around here. I bought 500 around here. You know, so this is what I'm trying to say to you. I buy when the market's the bloodiest. That's when I buy all the altcoins. And then when the market starts going up, I start selling, getting out, selling, getting out. So I sold a whole bunch of them all the way along here. And then the rest of them, I started selling along here because I was still up. You see the difference from here to here? I was still up. So I started selling some of them down here. And then some others I started selling down here. And of course, new opportunities that arised, I bought, I dumped without any emotion because right now I don't want to be holding any bags. I don't want to see a repeat of 2017 for some of my coins. And I can assure you, some of the coins that I've had back from here to here, they have not recovered. There are some coins that I don't even look at the wallet because they just have not recovered. I bought it at a high price. They've never come back. And this is where you will fall if you are not careful with your strategy, right? So yes, good luck to you. Have a look at ICOs. Personally, I'm not looking at any of the stuff. I'm just participating on those simple ICOs in the exchanges where I can basically dump it on the day it launches without any emotions. I don't care if I'm buying it for $1 and I can dump it for $6, by all means. If I'm buying it for a cent and I can dump it for $1, why not? So I'm playing that game, the safest possible game, nothing else. No worries, bro. But I feel like for people like me who don't have hundreds of thousands, need low cap coins to make money because we can't make much of BTC in the short term. Alpin, no. You're getting the wrong end of the stick, my brother. I want you to make hundreds of thousands. But what I'm trying to say to you, while you're chasing that hundreds of thousands of pounds, and if you're playing with, say, $100, $500 or $1,000, you're going to get wrecked. That's what I'm saying. Don't chase it. Don't chase it. Have your strategy. Don't chase it. Play it safe. Especially what I'm trying to say is, when the market is down, like, when we're at these low points, right? It's great opportunities. Trust me. Buy everything you can, right? Because you're going to make money no matter what happens because the market's going up. But when we're at these critical levels in this market cycle, right, you have to be very, very cautious what you're buying. You have to be very cautious what you're buying. Very cautious, trust me. Because there's nothing here indicating, look, when we look at the technicals, indicating that we're going to get a pushback above this line, right? All I'm seeing is it's signaling that we could actually now pretty much come down to this $48,000, $50,000 level. And if we do, then I talked about this. I said, look, if we come to this $48,000 level, bro, it's like a quicksand. It's going to pull us all the way down, possibly even up to this level here, which is the $29,000, $28,000 level, even up to $25,000 level. So you see how dangerous it is. So you're trying to make some money, but in the process, you've just lost 99% of your value. You didn't make any money. I want you to make that money, but I want you to make that money and understand that yes, ICO drops and all sorts of other places, there are safe ways of doing it. So stick to the safe ways of doing it. It's fine. You can rinse and repeat all day long. It won't affect you as much. Does that make sense to you? Because exchanges, when the bear market comes in, do you think exchanges go bankrupt? No. Guess what? When the bear market comes, the exchanges are still there. The volume may be low, but they're still there. When the bull market comes, the exchanges are still there. Exchange tokens never lose utility. Valuation may be up and down, but they never lose utility. Does that make sense to you? So I hope this kind of helps you, just to understand where we are. Remember, this is a critical point. This is a very, very critical. What I would love to see is a situation like this, right? I know where, all of this is suggesting that we're going to come back to this line. Fine. So I might dump here, I might pick it back up here, happy days, or anywhere along here. Just keep on buying as much as possible. If we do see a lovely market turn and the market is 100% blood, I want to see the market being complete bloody. I want to see this, what is fear and greed? This fear and greed come down all the way down here while we are sitting here. If this becomes complete bearish, the signal is complete 100% bear market signal. Do you know what's going to happen? We're going to see something like this where it's going to flip back up. Because remember, the market does the opposite of what the herd thinks. Market doesn't do what the herd thinks. So the herd follow the market thinking it's going to be bloody. Market flips the opposite way. Herd thinks it's going to go to 100k. Market does the opposite. Market will always do the opposite of what the herd think. Remember that. Okay? And it's not manipulation. It's nothing. It's just the right way to do things. You want to make money, you make it from the herd, from the stupid people. So that's what I'm saying. So I could see a turn back, and that's where I'll monetize again. But again, remember, when we get there, when we got to this line, I warned everyone. I said, guys, this was an all-time high price action. But according to the Fibonacci, we are one level below. Look, we were one level below. We didn't even cross this line. We were 2 levels below technically. What we should have been doing is on this pump, we should have been up here somewhere. Because it's the lines that matter, the Fibonacci lines that matter. We didn't hit those targets. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Because you can see, we're sitting on a Fibonacci invalidation point. When you start looking at this chart for what it is, you can see we're sitting at a Fibonacci invalidation point. This is the Fibonacci neckline. Okay, fine, we're holding support here price-wise, but we're below this line. We're below this line. I'm not happy. So I'm going to observe this until this current level here is showing at 53,821. So just call it 53,000. I can assure you, if it goes to 53,000 and it doesn't bounce, that's where I'll have my sell order, and I'll be waiting to pick up the dip around here. If it doesn't bounce back from this level and it indicates going down again, I'll just stay out. I'll just stay out, and I'll probably just buy the dip along the way down for however far it goes and then carry on. Because I could expect a 6 months, honestly, I'm not even joking. I see. Yeah, that helps me a lot, thanks. So do you mean stay to safe coins and not too risky ICO? Yes. Risky or not doesn't matter. It depends on how you get in. All the ICOs are great, but just don't fall into the trap of holding them for too long. So participate in them, make the money. They will pump regardless we're in a bear or bull market. But the strategy I always say, don't marry the coin. Means get in, make the money, get the hell out, and stand on the sidelines. I mean, if you guys know, recently we did Genopets, right? And Genopets, I dumped it at 13. So I remember it was like 18 cents a coin, 80 cents a coin. It pumped all the way to like $13, $14. So I left at 13. Then it continued to pump to around 20 something dollars, and currently sitting at $22, $23, I believe it is. But I have zero love for it, so I don't really care. Look, $21. I don't care. It can be there by all by all means. It doesn't matter to me. You know, I made my $13. I made $12 profit per coin. So end of the day, that's it. I'm out. Do you know what I mean? I ain't rolling with this anymore. I see free energy here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Nice for you to come, brother. You came a little bit late because I'm about to shoot. I've got 1 minute. I want to shoot. So that's what I'm trying to say. Just look, when you play this game, it's not about, oh, I've got this coin, I've got that coin, right? It's a dangerous time in the market. Make your money, get the hell out. The more money you can make this way, you're going to basically be much better. Why is WRX? You mean WazirX? It's going to pump. Obviously, this is what I'm trying to say to you. If you watch the beginning of the video, I mentioned this. I said the ones that you least expect is the one that's going to be pumped. There's whales out there who are actually doing this. They're not manipulating. They're just basically playing with the same fund. So they're taking the fund, they're pumping it, making money, moving on, doing another, and rolling, basically. That's what they're doing. They've been doing this since quite some time now, actually. And they're going to continue doing this. But other than that, guys, I don't really have much time. So I've got to get ready. I've got to go work. I've got to go and earn some bread. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot, and I'll catch you guys on another one tomorrow, and hopefully I don't have these kind of technical issues like I had on the first stream. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, guys, join the family if you haven't already. Hit that notification, hit that bell button, make sure you press all so you get these latest information whenever we launch them. And we are going to talk about Paradexes more on other videos. Right now, I think it's not important for us to talk about Paradexes or anything like this. It's just for you guys to, it's more important that you guys understand where we are. And I've been banging on about this for some time now. I said, look, guys, this is dangerous. Where we are right now, we're not out of danger. Bree says, that's all right, mate. Listen every live anyway. Can't always be on that due to family work. Of course, my brother. Everybody has a real life to get on as well. So he's a free energy, says he's addicted to them. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. So no, definitely listen. I'm just trying to keep everybody straight, and hopefully everybody understands that. Look, there are ways of doing things. There are times to take risk. There are times to hold on to those coins, and there are times to just take the money and get the hell out. You know, and you know me, I've been very transparent about this. Every time I've talked about it, I've actually mentioned this. I said, guys, I'm not in love with any coin. You know, when it comes to making money, I'm going to make the money, I'm going to get the hell out. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And I can accumulate more this way, rather than me looking for 1,000%, you know, or 1,000x or 100x gain. If I can do a 10% every single day, or probably on every single candle, I'm great. And you can achieve that. Sometimes you can achieve that on many exchanges by just playing with the exchange coins and playing with these ICOs and IDOs and participating in these little things and getting these little changes. There's a lot you can do, you know, but remember that means that you got to play with that exchange coin and everything as well. So I've always said this, exchange coins are some of the best coins to hold. They always have utility. Yes, the valuation goes up or down, but they always make you money other ways. You can earn a lot more this way. But other than that, like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos. Buy the freaking dips. That's what I'm gonna say. We've got to protect this market. But ultimately, as I said, be careful. Be careful how you navigate. Make sure you've got your strategies in place, because if you don't, you are planning to get wrecked. You know, just play safe. That's the most important. Play safe. These times of the market, play safe. I've seen this over and over again. 2019, 2017. It doesn't matter where. Every time we peak out and do this kind of thing, this could easily become another 2019. Is it bad news? No. If this is 2019, this is going to lead into another 2020 event. That means the next bull run is going to be much bigger, much more powerful. But you want to make sure you're holding bags that are going to perform next bull market, not ones that are going to disappear. Bubbles here, also my brother. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for coming to the show. I do appreciate you guys being patient with me. I do appreciate you guys coming to the show. I know the first stream got messed up. It got shared everywhere, and probably no one's able to watch it, and everyone's probably disappointed. But you know what? I do appreciate you guys coming over. Thank you very much. I'll see you on another one very soon tomorrow. Adios, my amigos.